Thank you so much, and I want to say thank you so much. I want to say thank you so much over and over. We appreciate you and we love you. This is the Blackport, aka Kukushunamo, and today we have a number of issues to look at. I need you to come along. Oh yes, my brother, my sister, today we are inundated with so much news. Our fuse is about to be blown loose. Oh God. Now let us look at this very quickly. Now I'm reading this from Ghana Web, and it says housing minister took $20,000 American dollars, yes, $20,000 American dollar bribe while at the presidency. That's Kennedy Agyapong alleged. Housing minister Asensu Boakye took $20,000 American dollar bribes while at the presidency. And this is Kennedy Agyapong speaking. I read. Now, the Asin Central Member of Parliament, Kennedy Agyapong, has alleged that corruption reports around a colleague MP for Bantama, Francis Asensu Boakye, were true. Agyapong has accused Asensu Boakye, who is the current housing minister, of stealing funds at the ministry. Agyapong also revived reports of Asensu Boakye having demanded bribes to facilitate access to the president during his time as deputy chief of staff. And that's between 2017 and 2021. Now today, because of President Akufo-Addo, Asensu sits on radio and talks big that if Ken will win the flag bearership for the NPP, then the NPP will be worse off and will go into opposition. Is that what power is about? How much money have you stolen from the housing ministry? He asked whilst addressing the NPP delegates in Bantama. Even as deputy chief of staff, you were taking bribes of $20,000 American dollars. You think the man was not truthful? Ask Kwabena Asante of Adum FM about the Chinese people, a deal I eventually blocked. If you recall, I warned the NPP that they were disgracing Nana Akufo-Addo. Those are the Jubilee House that were taking money to grant access to the president. I was referring to Asensu. Today I am telling you, and Kennedy Agyapong stressed, he was in Bantama to campaign for his brother Ralph Opoku Agyapong, who is contesting Asensu Boakye in the NPP parliamentary primaries. Agyapong warned that if delegates elected Asensu, he will release damning details of the Bantama MP's corrupt acts. Now, I may have to put this on record. Last week, I met Kennedy Agyapong. He had invited me over, to his residence, and we met. My brother, my sister, he was so thankful for the fact that Blakk Rasta is always truthful. That's what he said. He said, Blakk Rasta, thank you so much. I'm not a social media person, but a number of people sent me a lot of things you said during the primaries of the NPP for flag bearership and even beyond. Thank you so much for being truthful. In fact, that was what Kennedy Agyapong said to me just last week when he invited me over to his residence. My brother, my sister, we did not talk for long. It ran for almost 10 minutes. In fact, less than 10 minutes, and I had to leave again because he was so busy doing some other things. That is one. Now, number two, Asensu Boakye is somebody I have known from my days at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. In fact, we were in the same hall and we were in the same department. He studied planning and I studied land economy. So these are two people I know quite well. Apart from the fact that Kennedy Agyapong invited me to his house only last week. I have also been to his house in America, in New Jersey, where his wife prepared a very sumptuous meal. And when I met him last week, I met the wife again. And I thanked her so much for that wonderful meal when I was in New Jersey some years back. Now, this is just to tell you how close I am to these two personalities. And whatever we're going to mention is devoid of any personal sentiments. We do not bring in personal sentiments when we talk. It's all about the nation Ghana. And Ghana is bigger than every individual. Having put this right here on record, can we delve into this? Now, I am disappointed in Kennedy Agyapong in one way or the other. Why am I disappointed in Kennedy Agyapong? Now, he says, if you vote this man into power, if you vote him as your MP and retain him as your MP against my brother, then I will release damning information about him. This is pure blackmail. Pure blackmail. Now, what is blackmail? When we say blackmail, I have a secret about you. I need you to do A, B, C, and D for me. If you do not do A, B, C, D, and E for me, I am going to release these damning secrets. That is the preamble for every kind of blackmail. And this is what Kennedy Agyapong is doing. My brother, if it's all about the nation, this is about Ghana, why don't you release this damning information right now? If you truly mean well for Ghana, and you believe that Asensu Boakye is that corrupt, and that all the damning secrets you are going to be releasing will inure to the benefit of the nation, please be a very good MP, a man of loving character, the man whose heart beats for Ghana, that you say you are. Release those secrets. Let us go into investigations and deal with this issue, my brother, my sister, straight up. How many people agree with me? Now, my brother, my sister, now let me go to Asensu Boakye. Now, when I saw this one, I placed a call to him directly. In fact, I sent him the information and said, can you react to this? And this was what he told me. He said, Blakk Rasta, all that this man is saying is nothing but rubbish. It's not true. If he has any damning secrets about me, let him go and reveal that right now, and let us stand and defend every little thing. We are still alive. He mentioned again, if you are campaigning for your brother, go ahead and campaign on a plain platform, and do not use blackmail to be able to get your brother into office. This was what Asensu Boakye told me. My brother, my sister, I have seen videos of this event and what Kennedy Agyapong said. Now, he said, if you vote my brother into power, I will spend my money and use my energy to develop Bantama. I have about 26 houses right here in Kumasi. I used to live in Bantama, so I have Bantama at heart. If you vote my brother into power, I will help develop Bantama. My brother, my sister, if you truly have Bantama at heart, you don't need your brother to be in power before you do what you want to do for Bantama. True? I wish that Kennedy Agyapong had said something like, me and my brother have divulged a certain powerful plan for Bantama. If you vote him into power, we will be able to put this plan into action. And I am ready to invest and do this because of the collaboration I would have with my brother. Rather than, if you vote my brother into power, I will help develop Bantama because I used to live in Bantama. Now, if your brother is not voted into power, does it mean that your brother can never contribute to the development of Bantama? And would it also mean that you cease to live in Bantama, or you've never, would it erase the history of you ever being in Bantama? I think I need to make this point again. Now, you used to live in Bantama, and you say that you will do everything possible to help develop Bantama because you used to live there. If only they will vote your brother into power. Now, if they do not vote your brother into power, would it erase the history that you ever lived in Bantama? For what reason you want to come and develop Bantama? I know Bantama quite well because I'm a Kumasi boy, or say Chrome boy. My brother, my sister, politics is politics. I think that Kennedy Agyapong is a little embittered about the fact that Asensu Boakye might have done one or two things, or maybe supported Baumia during the elections, and he was quite vocal. Of course, during the elections, he threatened that he will do things. Listen, now if we do politics of sentiments, sentimentalization, my brother, my sister, politics of personalization, my brother, my sister, we will drop this nation into a deep abyss. I have a lot of respect for Canada, Japan. I believe that he has an authentic heart of patriotism for the nation. His ideas might be very good, but sometimes the procedure, the way he tackles some of these things, many people have debunked these ones and have said that he could have handled things better. Whatever it is, Mr. Agyapong, with all respect, this is pure blackmail. If you vote him into power, I will make sure that I will blackmail him. I will say all the bad things. Say them now. If only they will help develop Ghana. Have I made myself clear? Now, next thing I want to quickly look at, my brother, my sister, and I want to quickly brush this. I didn't intend looking at this today, but let me just do it very, very quickly. Oh my God, there's so many publications on Ghana Web coming from Blakk Rasta, a number of them. Now I am glad because it means that people have their ears on this show and people listen to us very greatly. Thank you so much, Ghana Web. But let me look at this quickly before some other issues. Listen, and this one says from Ghana Web, I regret fighting Canada, Japan. My church has collapsed. And this is Obinim crying. I regret fighting Canada, Japan. My church has collapsed. And I read, now the founder and leader of the International God's Way Church, Bishop Daniel Obinim, has disclosed that his feud with Asin Central Member of Parliament, Canada, Japan, has led to the collapse of his church. Now, Bishop Obinim shared the details of his downfall in a TikTok live session monitored by Ghana Web, emphasizing the consequences of engaging in a word battle with the outspoken politician. My brother, Canada Agyapong orchestrated a fight with me. And that was how the story started. When I assessed my strength, I could have beaten Canada Agyapong and still have more energy in me. But not knowing my strength had to do with spiritual strength. And he was fighting me in the physical realm where he was more fit than me. Bishop Obinim said, according to the man of God, he ignored divine warnings against the confrontation, viewing it solely as a spiritual conflict. However, he later discovered that the fight transcended the spiritual realm and took a toll on his physical and legal standing. I was challenging him. Even though God was speaking to me to stop what I was doing, I thought I could have won. So I persisted in fighting him. Today my church is down. While I focused on the spiritual, he focused on the physical. It was only later that I realized I was in the hands of national security, IOCO, BNI, police, CID, and SIU. I had been invited and accused of money laundering and taking someone's gold, which I had no idea of. By the time I realized it, it was already too late. My church had collapsed. Now, Bishop Obinim, I'm glad that your church collapsed. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. You know why? Now, it's very simple, and we need to all be careful. This was a man who refused to pay electricity bills. Illegal connection, proven. And again, this is devoid of any personal sentiment. You refuse to pay electricity bill. You connect electricity illegally to your premise. You connect water to your premise illegally. You do not pay for as long as the connection lasts. And then when your top was blown finally, you claim that your enemies were fighting you. This is stealing. My brother, my sister, now if you do not pay for electricity, you do not pay for water, And it was proven, my brother, my sister, in the media, all over the place. The police had to even come in, my brother, my sister, and disconnect the facility. This is stealing. What kind of gospel are you preaching? Now the man himself had bleached his face right from the top all the way down to the bottom. And you don't need a psychiatrist to tell you that, no, this is self-inflicted low self-esteem. Anybody who bleaches, my brother, my sister, if it's not medical advice, it's low self-esteem. Anybody, my brother, my sister, who continues to bleach has low self-esteem, inferiority complex. And that is the truth. Church members were going in there. We saw you on TV stamping pregnant women's stomachs. We saw you abusing little children, slapping them in public and calling them witches. Are you crazy? In Ghana, little children slapped on live TV and claiming that they were sleeping around. My brother, my sister, the videos were all over the place. A pregnant woman's stomach was stamped upon. This was the man who claimed he was sending millions of Ghana cedis into people's accounts through dreams. It is only in Ghana that these kind of things would happen. Now your church collapses and you are blaming Canada, Japan. What did Canada, Japan do? The church collapsed because the people became wiser and realized that you were using them. Now to Bishop Obinim, if you are truly a man of God and you truly love the gospel, it is time for you to re-strategize and stop abusing the people and using the people. That way, your church will come back and be stronger. Stop abusing the people. Stop taking the people for granted. And stop misusing the power that you have. This is the Black Port. Now, you know, there are some other things here which are, I mean, quite good. I mean, we have talked about this over and over. And I really don't want to, I mean, go into that. But Obinim, please watch these things carefully. All right, so this one here is about the Otumfuo. Now, all right, so Ghana Web has published something and it's in line with what I wanted to discuss earlier. It says, how dare you challenge Otumfuo? Blakk Rasta berates Chairman Wontumi. Now, this is from Ghana Web, and it says, controversial media personality Blakk Rasta has chastised the Ashanti regional chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Bernard Entwi Bosiakon, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, over reports of him disrespecting the king of the Ashanti region, Otumfuo Osei II. Now, according to him, Chairman Wontumi's remarks that tend to undermine the supremacy of Otumfuo over his people and beyond are despicable and unacceptable considering the prestige of the Ashanti kingdom. Now I leave it here. Now there's another report which says that Chairman Wontumi said everything that has been said about him damning the Otumfuo's power, everything is a lie, and that the media house lied. It was a false reportage. Now if it is truly a false reportage, the media house must be held responsible. Now I am happy about one thing. Chairman Wontumi says it's a lie, and I will never ever berate or disregard the power of the Ashanti. That for me is good. That for me tells me that yes, this is a man who is ready to uphold the image of the Ashanti. After all, he himself is an Ashanti, right? My brother, my sister, I have to applaud Chairman Wontumi here, straight up, for accepting that he will never ever disrespect the Asante. And if he ever makes an iota of such a mistake, he would apologize immediately and do the necessary traditional rites to be able to deal with the situation. For me, I see it as a positive. Now the other thing here is this. The media house that announced and reported this, according to Chairman Wontumi, they have not been able to prove it that he ever made such a remark. Do they have a tape? Did they record him saying this? According to them, he said it on live radio. Do we have a recording of it? Can we have a recording of that? Now, the very good thing Chairman Wontumi has done is that he He said, Otumfo, I will never ever disrespect you. Who am I? This already has made the Otumfo take a certain stance that, okay, he's already apologetic, that is, even if he's wrong. Now, when they meet, we would follow up and come up with the right thing. But my brother, never ever disrespect an ancient kingdom like the Ashanti. It's the same thing I will talk about the Kusasi, about the Sisala, about the Gomba, the Mampusi, and the rest. Traditional authorities are so powerful, and we must all respect that and never ever look down on that, all because of modernism. I'll leave it here. Now, my brother, my sister, the last thing I would like to look at, and is interesting, is this thing here, and I think it's already time for the news, but let me just spend 1 minute on this, and then I'm done. It says, 2023 WASSCE examiners lament over unpaid allowances, and this is coming from Ghana, where people have examined the students. They have not been paid up till now. We were told from the grapevine that the results even delayed because people were not paid to mark the papers. Now this is an authentication as brought by Ghana Web. My brother, if we continue like this, you know what is going to happen? We are going to lose credibility for our education. Remember when I talked about this earlier? Mahama also talked about it before we realized they started closing our universities right there in Nigeria. Please, pay the examiner, pay the police, pay the soldier, or else some bad nurse are going to start compromising their offices, and that will not inure to the benefit of our people. I want to say thank you. Noble Crosby analyst in the house, the modeling newscaster, formerly of Super